you got different teachers, and you learn a little bit from each person. You got a slightly different way of describing certain things that lets you key in on something that you might have been struggling with, or you didn't know why. And all of a sudden something you say, it clicks, and you get a little bit further, or you twist your hands just a little bit, and a pose is a little bit more effortless.
Right.
And that's had a really big impact on my practice.
And you were talking about the forehead bandha.
Yes.
And you were talking about the reciprocal relaxation reflex, and the quality of breath, like the refinement of the quality of breath. And what were any other key things that we've worked together a few times now? Anything else come to mind? Or if you wanted to elaborate on those at all?
Yeah, the reciprocal relaxation, the concept, the way you described it using anatomy.
Next, we got our little skeleton over there.
Yeah, for me, it's real easy to visualize it when I'm in the pose, focus on that, and obviously, if you're getting results, if you're feeling a difference almost instantly, it's
right.
It's empowering.
Yeah,
and
it works.
Yeah, and that's enjoyable. It makes you want to learn more, practice more. And I think that concept, in fact, some of the other people in class, after you had left last time, we talked about, and several people keyed in on that,
Mm-hmm.
at least two other people that I talked to, that really does make a difference. And then you go away, and we talk about different things, but that's not mentioned a lot. But so sometimes you have a tendency to forget, but multiple times in my practice where something's felt a little stiff, I've keyed in on that, and every time I do it, I get a little further in the stretch, and that's had a tremendous impact.
And so today we really did, that's phenomenal. Today, that little concepts, words can kind of package up a concept in a way that it's easy to retain, as opposed to, like jargon words. Reciprocal relaxation reflex are not common words in people's daily vocabulary. So they're packed with a lot of meaning, so you can kind of retain that. And today we did, especially the two big things we did today was Uddiyana bandha kriya and crow pose. And so maybe if you had anything to say on those two things.
The crow pose is one that I've enjoyed. I mentioned to you that early on it was what I considered a difficult pose that felt really empowering to be able to do it. I caught on to it a little bit easier than some of the others. But just today we talked about slightly different hand positioning and working on this part of the knuckle.
The naughty knuckle.
The naughty knuckle, pressing down. And like I said, seems minor. That one tiny correction enabled me to hold it longer. The other thing is the big tendency to want to, which you've helped me in the past about headstand, is wanting to instantly get into it, but it's okay to use a block like we did in Crow today.
That was great, right?
Resting against the head. I didn't have a lot of pressure on it, maybe a pound or two, but that helped me find the correct alignment.
Yeah, it's like a kickstand.
Like a kickstand, yeah. Big help.
Cool, awesome. Well, thanks, Dan, for helping me make this little video. Give a shout out to Dan and for putting in all this aerial stuff here at Dragonfly Yoga in Lawton. And we'll see you this weekend if you're here in Lawton. Otherwise, I might put this on my YouTube. So if you're not part of that, then just know that it's for all levels. Because Dan, you were a wrestler, and we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of when you started doing yoga.
That's right.
And you manage a lot of construction. Sometimes you get hands-on with it. So lots of tension patterns all throughout. Lots of juicy things to release. And so that's really exciting that you came to yoga, and you seem to be enjoying it. So.
Absolutely. So glad you come back to little old Lawton
to
help us out here.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right.
Namaste.